ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Tomato Taco Market episode 3. We watched episode 2 last week and it was pretty fucking wonderful. It felt like a bit of an aimless, a bit of a jumbled episode with a bunch of different elements to it until we spent some more time thinking about it and came to some realizations that it was really a lot more of a focused episode than we thought. And the focus of it is not on Tamako. The focus is on Midori, Mito-chan, her friend from school and botaning and stuff or whatever they do, who seems to be having some realizations about herself and feelings and potentially feelings toward one of her good friends. And that's a confusing thing to deal with and it's difficult. But she seems to be feeling kind of content and elated and all kinds of good, which is great. Still smell a love triangle here, which is maybe not the greatest, but we'll see. Had some, I don't know why I've got like almost the Eigen Louden, Lieden, Loden. Like the Swedish lilt to it. Maybe not the greatest, but we'll see. Don't ask where that came from. I have no idea. We'll see. I think it's gonna turn out well. I am confident. I'll just say I think Yamada knows how to romance and do it in an understated way that works really well. I mean, hey, Bluebird, it exists as a film, and it's like amazing on that front. So I trust, I stand, I'm here for it. But there was also a ton of other wonderful stuff, like jabs at the dad who doesn't want to make stupid goddamn Valentine's mochi, that's not traditional. But he eventually gives in because it's really cute and really fun and everybody else is getting caught up in the feeling of the season. And so, yeah, he's into it. Finally. Eventually. As he's still yelling across the street at the other guy who also made some obviously, like, you're gonna make 2 mochi in a heart shape and then you're gonna sell them into couples because that's cute and brilliant. Aw. We found out a little bit more about Mochizo and Tamako. They've got like some cool other things, the little cups and the string and throwing it over and all that, and that's neat. And then there's the feeling things that we get with Midori and the general thematic stuff around traditionalism and making new things and trying new things, and the wonderful community that is just obviously there and is a huge character in the show. And all the people and the way that they get together to have a meeting, and they've got like this little cheer that they do that's the cutest. And then the entire episode was also jam-packed with amazing animation and great art and just like extraordinary conveyance of information and good storytelling and stuff. So I'm really here for Tamako Market. It's really funny to me. Like there are a slew of people who are like, Tamako is my favorite KyoAni show. I'm so glad you're watching it. It's under too many people's radars. I'm so glad that you're checking this one out and like paying attention to it and trying to do, trying to give what it's worth. And then there are these smatters of people who are like, I'm really glad that you're watching this, but I never liked this show. It never clicked with me, and I don't get that. I don't understand how. So those of you who have had previous problems with Tamako, do you still have those problems? And if so or if not, where were they? And what is different this time through, if at all? And if you still have those problems, like, where are they? And what is different this time through? Like, one comment had a useful piece of information, which was, I feel like this show is really like way too quick in the pacing of scenes and it jumps around a lot. And while I understand that sentiment, I think that it's like perfect in the pacing of scenes, and I think that it flows together incredibly well. So I don't know, it's a matter of perspective, and I think that's really interesting. So those of you who have opinions about this show, positive or negative, please continue throwing them in the comments. I will be reading them, and I do care. Please don't spoil anything in your comments, though. It's not cool. Okay, that's it. What do we expect from this next episode? Because we did this last time, and I think it was useful. But I don't necessarily expect a lot of differences from the things that we expected from last time. We're kind of getting into a groove here. However, we're hitting episode 3, and the projector thing happened at the end of the last episode. So now we know that there's something else going on with Dara, and we're going to have to find out what it is, which means we're probably going to end up with direction after this episode. Does that mean we got to go to wherever weird island place he's from and like meet those people? Because there's some promo art and stuff with all of them together hanging out. Is that possible? Are they on our plane of existence? Are they in a spirit world or something? I have no clue. He's a talking cockatoo. He could be from fucking anywhere. We need some answers on that front. They don't need to be specific, but we need to understand where the hell this show is going with that thrust of things. Now, I've heard from some people that originally Tamako was meant to be like a much more magical girl styled show, and Dara as kind of a mascot character is one of the only things that remains from that. So I don't know what that's gonna mean. We have a bird that can plug into a computer and project shit on the walls. Like, what? 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 Okay, we need some of that. I want more wisdom from Coffee Shop Dude because he's been nailing it both episodes so far, and I want that to be a through line. Where every episode he says something that just kind of recontextualizes everything in the episode and makes it all click. And I want more of the wisdom of the elders and like the community stuff that's going on and more conflict around traditionalism and all of that stuff. I think I'm going to remove the more things about Mamako from my list because I don't think it actually matters. But beyond that, that's the stuff I want. I want mild relationship progress on Mochizo and also on Mido because they're both a thing. And if we could get a little focus on Kana because she seems really cool and carpentry and designy and like neat and stuff, but that's all been happening in the background, I would like a little bit more there. That would be cool. Also, that other girl who seems to be baton classing with them, no, she was volleyballing while they were doing baton stuff, and then she hit them with no, it was shuttlecock. It was badminton. Too many shows with too many girls doing too many things. It happens. Badminton is what it was, which is fine. Cool. I want to know about her because she seems cool too. I want to know about everything. I don't really care. I'm about to gear up for 24 minutes of excellence, and I assume that it will be. So I don't really care. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. So let's just do it. Let's just watch the episode. I got episode 3 of Tomato Taco Market up. I'm still using the Kyoani Chord links version that's available on Drive. I will continue putting the Drive link in the describly-do so that you can go and grab those as you see fit. Or you can just use the picture-in-picture version, which will be available. It'll have the video up there and then links in the description. Timer-based version on YouTube. PiP timer to count you down right now. Let's go. Oh, also, this is a random thing, but there have been blackouts where I am because it's over 100 degrees here, and also all of the like public locations where people would normally go for a reprieve from the heat, like movie theaters and restaurants and coffee shops, are all closed because quarantine. So the demand for electricity is very high, and it's a pretty solid chance that we might get a blackout in the middle of my recording, and I might be fucked. We'll see. I could seriously consider not recording, but I really want to watch Tamako, so don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Southern California Edison or whichever other company we pay. It might be SoCal Gas and Electric. I don't know. Anyway, PiP timer. Who's speaking? Oh, hi. There's that one. Oh, and she's on the outs. A little bit. Cause you're fat. Cause you're a fat bird. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Indeed. Oh. 50 of them. Holy shit. That's not a compliment. Uh-huh. We gotta get you on a diet, kiddo. Oh boy. It probably will. Gonna land on her? Gonna land on her? Yeah. Oh, nice. You're clunk. Yeah, you're too heavy. Don't sneeze on him. Oh. Hot, hot, hot for that cool girl. She's the kudere. Oh. Okay. I was thinking cool girl, and I was thinking like Tamako? Kara? No, the Kudere, the one that we haven't met yet. Yeah. I love that. And then there's this fucking sequence. Fuck. And then there's this sequence. Okay. That OP is way too good. As is that background. Holy fuck. Ooh. Ah. Ah. Hi, Mochizo. Ah. Ah. Asagi. Ooh. God. I don't think so. I think she's just a little weird. Ah, Chichi. That is super cute. Mm. Is she just looking? Huh? Oh, right. Sup? Who's that? Oh my god. Yeah, alright. Chillaxin. Come buy shit from us. Hey. Uh-huh, that's what I thought you were doing, and you really like right angles. That's cool. Hey, cool. That makes sense. Do it. Batombu desu. There is something wrong. Yeah, a little mild, very mild OCs of Ds. Hello. Wave, wave, walk away. Oh, fucking hell. Shaku. You could try. Yeah, wait, do they know that it can talk? Well, oh. That cut, though. He's super into her. That's super great. I feel you, man. Kudere is. Sexy Asagiri. Oh, hey, he'll work out a little bit to try and keep up with her. Maybe. Probably not. Right. Mm. Shit. Shoo. Ear clunk. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Huh. Happens. Something like that. Yeah. Who is that voice actress? It's not Yuki. I don't think. You really like to stick to yourself, huh? Ah. Uh-huh. Welcome to the community. Whoa. Welcome to our world. That's so cool. Friends? I don't know about that. Here, I'll just give you some free stuff. No worries, no worries. Yeah, here, have a little croquet. She likes these. Indeed. Ah, yes. Ah? Balls up. Nope, you're staying for some mochi. Cherry blossom mochi, you're getting it. Yeah. Yep. Force it. Huh? Ha. She's not used to family, is she? Or connections, is she? I wonder what her home life is like. Uh-huh. Because you're always fucking avoiding us when we kind of want to be friends with you. Oh, hello, An. Thanks. Thanks, Burb. Nope. Parents. Welcome to a welcoming household. Whoa. Hi. Yeah, just get offered things by people who give a shit about you. It's like, oh, overwhelmed. Huh? Ooh. Hell yeah, Anko. Hell yeah, Anko. Oh, are you a bit of a chef too? Hey, that's pretty dope. Did Shiori cook that? She did. I thought so. Of course you did. You chopped the bacon and stuff, I'm sure. You're gonna get fat as fuck, dude. Oh. Oh. Wait. No, oh, yeah, yep, you're gonna get yourself thrown again. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you should just hang out. Like, it's whatever, man. Not at all. She's gone, dude. She's already gone. Yep. Shit. All right, where is this episode going? Ha! Nice, Kana. Hell yeah, we got a nod. That's a huge acknowledgement. Wait, what? Yeah, got your tools. Maybe. Maybe a little bit overwhelming. But there we go. Oh, she's just that anxious? That's what it is? Does she have Pocky holding her hair together? Does she have motherfucking Pocky holding her hair together? Oh. You could do it! Oh fuck, she got. Oh! Your feelings can't be known, Shiori. You can let them be known to the world. You could say it. You don't have to be weird about it. It's easy. I know it's the hardest thing in the world, but it's easy. You're gonna fall off that branch, kiddo. Straight. No catch. Oh, hi. Nope, you need to carry me, please. That shot. Slow to a stop. Yeah, you are. Mm-hmm. You better. Tell her yourself. Tell her yourself! Yeah. 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 Yes. Oh. Where are you trying to go? No. Yes. Yes, okay. Hey, welcome to community. Indeed. It's like it's not weird. It's like it's the simplest thing in the world. You just have to break through that barrier. Yeah. Oh, this is so perfectly awkward. That's so perfect. Oh my god. What? You're leaving us? Itamoji. Great. Uh-huh. Sure. Whatever, man. Yes. Let's go to the coffee dude. That's where we're gonna fix all of this. Let's go. Oof. What? Ah. Nah. Eh? I don't think she minds. It's alright. Oof. 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 Never mind. Just got destroyed. Sorry, kiddo. Camels. How do you say thank you? What do you mean thank me, right? Wait, she said thank you. Aww. No, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. You can do it. You can do it. You can say. You can. Fuck, dude. Yes. Say something. Sympho gear. Yeah, 100%. I want to know what song you're playing though. Yamada's focus on the nape. Yep. Right there. Yep. Yeah. Come on. One step. Yeah. 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 You did it. You kind of did it. Just say thank you. Just now you just say thank you. Yeah. Aw. You're welcome anytime. It was funny for me too. Yeah. Wow, I was that nervous about the simplest thing. Fuck this episode, you dude. Yeah, you've been watching from a distance forever, thinking that their trio of friends are the best, and you can't break into that because they're already friends. Because and the things we've learned from others get passed along. But Big Pog. Holy shit, I've never had a friend before. Okay. I love this. I love this so much. That's the end, right? Ish, close. This is perfection. Oh my god, are you gonna sneakily try to fall on top of her? Fucking idiot. Unme. For everything you said, yeah. Yeah. I, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Dara, but I believe you a little bit. No, I don't believe you that much. You're just taking credit where it's not due. Holy shit, he's given up one of his prized feathers. Okay. Oh. I guess that's a rule of 3 for ghosting Dara. Hmm. Aww. But it's everything. Oh, and she's got the... Oh, and she's looking it up in the... Oh, and the mochi too, and... Oh, it's a... What flower is that? Yeah, it is. Ooh, that nailed... This episode does nothing outside of its one thrust, and it nails its thrust. Barriers between people that have to be overcome, but once they are, it's everything. Alright, while this is going, I'm gonna ANNify and look some stuff up. Oh my god. A small love has bloomed. Like, is An gonna have a crush on somebody? This seems to be, like, An-focused. So, a small love? That could be really cute. Okay, general overall thoughts. I don't think there's... There wasn't as much stuff that was hyper-strikingly animated in this episode, so I'm debating whether I should import it into my editor to do that. There were a couple of scenes that were amazing. Like the I don't know what you would call it. It fits a trope. But like the whoosh of wind and the like we see through Dara's eyes, the beautiful Asagiri just like walking and the wind in her hair and all that shit. And that's at 5 minutes and 50 seconds or so, and that's wonderful. And there are a few other things throughout the episode that are really cool too, but I don't know, the animation-y, budgety stuff isn't as much there. There's a lot of really good subtle facial expression. Like, I mean, just to find the sequence where Tamako here at the end, like, realizes, as Midori tells her, realizes how much that actually meant to Asagiri, that it was, like, a lot more than any of that, and goes through these multiple layers of emotion. This is the shock and realization, right? But no, and then the little shimmer in the eye, and then the contentedness, and then that, and then, oh, okay. It's just, there are so many layers to that kind of a facial expression that ha? You don't get that in other shows from other studios. You just don't. You just don't. And it's not the same level of impressive as like crazy dramatic background animated super cuts or whatever, but when it comes to nailing conveyance of what a character is feeling, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Now, it does like hold out and stay a little bit more ambiguous in the earlier parts of the episode, up through about the midpoint, a little bit past the midpoint, I would say, is where we start to really figure out what's going on. It's when we see her doing this. Yeah, when we see her in the bathroom saying this to herself, we grok it. We understand in fullness what is really going on with Asagiri. Before that, it's a little bit confusing. It's like, is this a family issue that's going on? Is her home life all right? Is she... It was unclear to me whether what we were experiencing was what we get, or closer to my own personal experiences, which are being from a family that is difficult and having someone else attempt to show you kindness that they don't think is a great kindness is kind of world altering. It's very perspective changing. I've talked about this before a few times, but like my best friend in high school, I would end up hanging out at his house a lot, and would be invited to dinners and would be invited over for like breaks and for Christmas and for Thanksgiving. I would eat there and I would stay there because it was an open and welcoming household. But to get that from them, it feels, it's almost like imposter syndrome. It's like, I haven't earned this. I don't deserve this. And then so that was immediately the thing that popped into my head, was like, oh shit, maybe she has a bad life at home and things are rough. It's not that. Just a little bit alone, a little bit lonely, probably an only child, parents who are out working all the time. Like, okay, sure. So it's that. And what it really is for her is the social anxiety, the unfamiliarity, the lack of having done that before, having things to thank people for. This is a girl who keeps to herself and acts like keeping to herself is a choice when it's more of a limitation or a restriction that is imposed upon her by her lack of experience with other people and by fear, right? Fear is the element, right? Fucks us all over. But this, as a portrayal of someone who wants to burst out of their shell and doesn't know how, and has to be literally like yanked, has to be pulled along for the ride by Tamako, and it's just matters of weird circumstance that we end up being able to force her to come with us, because her initial response would always be refuse, 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 refuse. And the other thing about that is, like, I don't know if this would be true for many people, but for me, asking things of my parents was not a good idea. It wouldn't turn out well usually, and the only thing scarier than having to get up the courage to ask for something from my parents would be to have one of my parents just do something nice for me. Like, if my dad was like, "Hey, let's go out for dinner," something's wrong. Something's fucked right now. So people offering things to me is always an instant refusal. Instantly for me, and it always has been, and it probably always will be. It's something that I have to struggle with. So I get that to an extent from her, that she doesn't want to be a burden, right? She doesn't want anybody else to do things for her. Now, for me, it was because there were consequences and there was retribution and it wasn't fair. For her, it's a little bit more just fear. Just fear. Gosh, that's so good. Gosh, that's so good. Okay, and I only noticed, like, at this point that she's actually got her hair pinned together, not with chopsticks, but with Pocky, which is great, and the very cutest thing that could ever exist. It's maybe they're little plastic Pocky. They're specifically made for this purpose. I don't know. I wouldn't assume. I assume that they're not actually Pocky, because it wouldn't take that much weight to snap them, and then you'd have crumbs all over your hair, and also if it's warm outside, all the chocolate coating would melt into your head. So they're probably plastic Pocky shaped chopstick things. Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, things I do definitely want to look at once more in this episode after doing the overalls. I mean, I want to look at staff and stuff and things as well. I want to Hanakatobify that, that flower that we see, and I want to see this sequence. Wow, it's so slowed down. There's no frame fuckery, it's all twos. It's just very pretty. Like, the again, dimensionality of her hair moving in front of her face and over here is actually, it's absurd. Like, just look at this piece of hair. That is three-dimensional in my brain. In a way that hair usually isn't. Thanks, Gail Annie, you're really crazy. I love you. I love you. I love this studio so much. Okay. So I want to try to find that flower. I kind of want to try to find that flower before anything else, because I think that the meaning of that flower is probably critical to the rest of the episode, and I want to know what it is. It's a really distinctive flower with like the almost crinkly type of leaf. It's not a bougainvillea, is it? I don't think it's a hibiscus because it's grouped. It could be. Oh, that doesn't really make sense though. It looks like a sweet pea flower, but if it is, that apparently means goodbye, which doesn't seem to line up. Tender memory, blissful pleasure. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. Other things. Who voices Shiori? Yurie Yamashita. One role in one episode of Free, Tamako Market, Tamako Love Story, and a number of really small one-episode girl B, female student, TV announcer, woman B, maid. That is really sad because I would genuinely say that I think she is a very good kudere. She's very good at it. And there are a number of voice actresses who have made their entire everything off of doing kudere as well. Aoi Yuki is kind of one of them. She's really good at them. Shit, man. I hope that Yurie Yamashita gets more roles in the future because I think she's pretty good here, and I think that she sells particular aspects of Asagiri's emotions really well. So that's pretty neat that it's kind of a new talent on this one. There are a number of new talents on this one. That's cool. I'm into that. Okay. And then Staffy Stuff. Staffy Stuff, episode 3. Oh, it's Taichi Ogawa. Okay. Who directed 5 and 12 of Dragon Maid. Unit director for Love Story movie. Nice. And storyboard episode direction, episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. That hyper tracks, right? That episode 10 of and the 14, the OVA episode. Yeah. Yeah. That tracks really well. Okay, so that's storyboard and episode direction for this one. Animation direction just for fun, Nobuaki Maruki. Cool. Okay, I'm cool with all of that. That's pretty neat. I've talked in general terms about this episode. I do think that the flower at the end is a sweet pea, but I'm not positive. It doesn't quite line up Hanakotoba-wise with anything that I would expect. I also don't know what song he was playing. I do think that we see it on the record and might be able to figure it out. So let's go do that, because I'm curious. Hajimete no Hoshi, the first star. It's a long, long journey until we got here. We thought that what we aimed for was just an illusion. There was no pain in such a wondrous thing. Walking and looking at the sky wasn't at all unpleasant. Why did we believe in an existence we could never see? We were searching for a miracle. Blibbity blibbity blah. From here we can see the first star. There was no comfort before today. We were convinced it was something we could not do easily. Why did we grow nervous although we were scolded time and time again? We were imagining a dream that grew just slightly closer than yesterday. How much did we sweat? We must have shed even so many tears. The blueprints of the future spread out from that place. We noticed it before we knew it. The dreams at which we aimed are right by it. Having quarreled, we won light and became stars, and so effort is not something harsh. You can do it for sure because you love. Please try doing what you want to. You can turn to reality the dreams that you yearned for and lost yourself in. Yeah. From here, we can see the first star. It was more brilliant than we ever dreamed, covered by thick clouds. It was hidden by the falling rain. And yet if we don't give up, certainly the chance will come. Yeah, that fits. That fits pretty well. The first star being the nebulous hope and fear of doing it, and also it's really obfuscated, but we can catch the glimmer of it, and so we move toward it, and our dreams show us that it's not actually that painful, and now we can see the star, and now we are guided by it, and so onward we can go. That works. Yep, that's pretty good. Also, just while we're here, I think it's just perfection that we go to the coffee place, as expected. But I think that the timing of when she's like really struggling to say something, and then we cut to the man himself. It's like, oh yeah, I got the thing for us. Let me drop some bars. Music can convey more than words. Bingo. And it can. Simple Gear. It's literally the massive thematic thrust of one of my favorite series. Just saying. Okay. And VLC's broken. Cool. That's actually perfect timing-wise because I'm going to go and import the muxed up version into my editor so that we can skim this episode real fast. Okay. Okay. Because I know that there's a ton that I've missed, and I want to not miss it because this show is so dope. Okay. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Let me mutify, and we're gonna skim real quick, and I'm just gonna look for everything that I see that looks good. And it'll just be intercut. Okay, cool. Ah, fat burb. Fat burb is so fat. Stupid fat burb. Can we just, for like 0 seconds that it's on screen, can we just talk about how ridiculous all of the crowd shots are, always? What the fuck? And then this is pretty fun, smearing him over. Get the catch. Arrow clunk. I love this sequence. It's... Okay. I love this sequence. We do the same sequence multiple times, and we do it differently each time. Which is crazy. And by doing it differently, I mean not just it is different, but the way that we do a sequence of shots is different each time. Okay. Frontal, out, foreshortened toward us, past us. Side, out of frame, Dara is. And then instead of cutting to a wide here to show her struggle with it and fall, we cut to the narrow and it falls. And then instead of cutting to the wide here to show the struggle and fall and full body like oomph of the whole thing, we cut to the nape of her neck and behind her ear and see her down like that. In the same way that we talked about the like Kuleshov effect a little bit and how we could see one part of a character and know everything about what the rest of their body is doing, because of the sequence that we have, this random seeming shot of like the side of her head tells us everything we need to know. Through the motion of her hair and her like moving down. Whoa. Also, just randomly, all of the trees and blossoms and environments are gorgeous. And Dara switching into like handsome mode is amazing. And also, this is another one of those slow-mo-ish sexy cuts. As he immediately falls in love with Shiori, kind of. Hot for that cool girl. Perfect. Okay, classes are split. Midori is no longer in the same class as Tamako and Kana, which kind of sucks for the that ship, but they're still in Baton Club and stuff, which is good. The way that they hug here, and she like gives her the hug and is like, nice. That's pretty great. It's also a bit of an opportunity for her. And then on the other side is Mochizo, just like, aw, which is cute. And Kana is the best. And we'll get a little bit more into the Kana being the best as we move along this episode. And there are these moments. Oh, she doesn't like us. Nope, it's not that. She's just real awkward. She's just real awk sauce. Okay, Kana being the best. Next part. She is constantly taking her ruler. And I was like, is she? Well, yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. She's got centimeter marks on her ruler and a grid. And she's just looking around and looking at objects and figuring out how they work. Because she's that cool. And also, maybe a little broken in the skull brain. I mean, yeah, he's just like, oh, you're thumbs upping to me. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, okay. I also really like the teacher guy. Just the idea that he's going into class, he's like, I just got married, and I'm really fired up. Yeah. KyoAni's like the only studio that does high school anime, and then gives personalities to the teachers ever. Like, Sawa-chan Sensei is a main character in K-On! And this dude is actually a character. And he actually has character. Like, he's goofy. He's a bit funny. Because he's so fired up and stuff. But obviously a new teacher and, like, just figuring his shit out. Which is wonderful. Okay. Badminton club. Yada yada. Very kudere-ish. And then clippity clap through and showing everything. And that's wonderful. And on and on, and she wants to fix the locker, which is amazing, and that's her main focus. It will be even better if we fix the locker. Okay, and we look back at her, and they're like, hi, and she's like, no, I hate you, but no. You probably can, but you wouldn't want to. Alright, I love that he pulls them in and is like, guys, this bird can become a projector. Ignore the fact that it talks. What? Also, I love that one of his friends just, like, doesn't have eyes. He's just got hair over the eyes constantly and a little freckly nose. It's great. Okay, there's this cut. We've looked at it. It's good. Do you like burbs? And getting ghosted. We do a three-peat of the ghostification. One here, one at the train station, and then finally with the feather. It's pretty great. Okay, here's our two-peat of him falling. And again, we do it differently. So, frontal shot as before, and he falls past us. He does. Similarly, but not the same. And then immediately we cut to the wide, as we would have expected from the last time, so we're doing it differently. We get to see the full strain of it on her body and her full collapse. And it's really well done. Crumple, crumple, crumple. And bounce. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Unne. No, buddy. And then we wander through town. And people just offer stuff to her. Oh, here, some silken tofu that Tama always orders. And she ends up just carrying, like, all the cool things. A pretty flower. I do think it's a sweet pea. It's got the right stem shape and stuff, too. Okay, cool. Yeah, get a cute little flower, get a croquet, and all of this kind of friendliness and stuff. It's just wonderful. It is delicious. It's wonderful. Yeah, and then big shock. Wonderful. Okay, and we do our invitations and stuff. Please. No, please, have one. She's like, no, I gotta leave. But everybody's coming in. Welcome to the family. And it just, like, naturally occurs around her. I don't know. The thing that strikes me about this sequence so much is, like, how immediately open and welcome this household is, and obviously so. Immediately coming off of the entire community doing that. It's like it's all one thing, you know? Maybe in part we could credit that to the fact that it's a store and they're used to having customers in and out, right? And it's a workplace as well, so people in and out all the time is normal. But still, it's beautiful in the way that they're welcoming to her. It's really genuinely beautiful. It's exactly what she needs, and they don't even know it. No, text from mom. And at this point, I was like, oh god, it might be like, get your stupid ass back home. I'm gonna beat you. You know, like, I thought it could have been terribleness at home. It's not. As far as we know. It's just that. And we get the opportunity. You should stay for dinner. In fact, you've got to stay for dinner. Because An is not cooking. Taboon? Probably. And she offers, yeah. So we end up with a spaghetti carbonara, and it is delightful. Something completely different, and from a different, location, different culinary tradition, shall we say. Yes, and of course An helped. And everyone's all happy about it. All right. And then this one I didn't get, but their home bath is broken. So it's just a series of coincidences. Our home bath is broken, so she comes and bathes with everybody else at the rabbit baths. That's super great. And of course, Dara tries to peek and gets clonked, and there's a great little moment of it. Also, water on hair. Super good. And just super fun. And then, yeah, I want to see the clonk again. Because I just really like the blood spray that he gets. It's like a streak, like, boing. It's wonderful. Okay, and you should just stay over. No. Also, Megane on Tamako and Megane on Shiori is a lot of Megane in one scene. and I appreciate it. Okay. Ghostification Part 2. Solid. Unable to talk to her at school. Yep. But Kana did fix the thing, which is great. And then we get the reveal. And it's genuinely heartbreaking. Also, that motion is a little familiar if you've seen K-On! I immediately love her. Oh, and she puts on a little smile as she tries, and she's just tried so hard. Oh. Alright, and home visitations. Yada yada. Yada yada. Blada blada. He tries again, and she just lets him. Just lets him fall. Doesn't even see him. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Oh no, I fell asleep. And then there's this shot, which is utterly gloriously gorgeous. I mean, the reflection on the surface of that water is beautiful. And then the fact that it's got all these cherry blossoms streaming in it, that it's just gorgeous. And we see her own self-esteem issues, which he, of course, takes as modesty and restraint, which is very cute and very perfect, right? Dara just sees the good in Shiori, and that's lovely. I'd better not, because she hasn't said thank you. Please tell her for me. Nope, you're coming with. You gotta do it yourself. And so we walk through again with someone else, and he's realizing what's going on a little bit. Huh. It's like this is normal. And Asagiri-san. Okay, random thing is, I love the awkwardness of the parent-teacher conference, because holy shit, if you have ever listened into a parent-teacher conference, it is perfect. I'm so nervous to meet you, thank you so much. I'm so nervous to meet you too, I've never done this before, thank you so much. What? Mochi? Perfect. And both of their voice actors just sell it. Alright, I'll leave you two to it. Wait, what? You're leaving? No. Excellent. Alright, so sitting around looking at Mochi, tells us about the feathers that are his pride and joy, which is a setup for later. And Dara's the one who suggests coffee. Yeah. Whoops, you've been a little too pushy. But we go for the coffee, we have our conversation, and Tamako is the best, and it's just like, you can tell me anything, dude. And then, of course, he is also the best, because he's just like, I magically understand what's going on, and will say the perfect thing to help guide you along your spiritual journey. Because he's the best. And it's perfect. And it works, and she says it, and it's really fucking cute. And the little smile from Tamako, and eventually the revelation from Midori that she was, like, really dealing with this. That's wonderful. And all the facial expressions in between. So yeah, I think I will stick with my initial statement that this isn't the most crazy animated episode. It is a beautiful episode. The environments and outdoors stuff, and just the cherry blossom environment of the season is gorgeous. Certain cuts in the episode are gorgeous, and more importantly, the writing of the episode, the way that we get Shiori's true feelings revealed to us and then work through them over the course of everything is just fucking stellar. This show just keeps knocking them out of the park. What we did not get is more like Dara direction. What we did get was wisdom from the coffee shop and the wisdom of our elders around town and the community vibes that are so part and parcel to what's making this show so fun. Okay. Then I think that is about where we're done here. I like it a lot. I was definitely expecting a direct, like, lead in from projector stuff to, okay, Dara, who are those people, and why are you projecting that, and what's going on? But nope. Guess we're waiting longer for that, and that's totally fine. If it continues leading into character moments like this episode's character moments, I don't really care if there's a direction to the show. I don't care if we're going anywhere with it. I just keep going with it. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna wrap there. We didn't have a blackout, which is really nice too. Wrap there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Tamako Market episode 3. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and as usual, I hope to catch you in the next one. If you caught anything that I missed in this episode, throw it in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Peace.